From certain foods to certain medications, everyday items might actually be causing everything from infertility to cancer. RT's Trinity Chavez explains.
These days, there are chemicals found in almost everything. They are found in plastic water bottles, makeup, clothing, and in some cases, chemicals can even form on their own when certain foods or drinks reach high temperatures. And now health experts say that that chemical could be linked to a growing number of health concerns. If you start your morning with a nice hot cup of coffee, you may want to think twice because cancer risks could be linked to that morning cup of joe, and that's because a chemical compound called acrylamide. It's not an ingredient or a contaminant, but it's formed when coffee beans are roasted at high temperatures. Now, coffee in some states may start coming with cancer warnings. According to a lawsuit first filed in 2010 by a nonprofit group, claimed California coffee companies violate state law requiring them to warn consumers that acrylamide may cause cancer.
There's something in California called Proposition 65. In 1986, they passed this law stating that there has to be clear and reasonable warning for anything that could potentially be cancer-causing.
Yet while attorneys for about 90 companies do acknowledge the chemical is present, they do say that it's at harmless levels. There has been no word yet from the judge if coffee in California should come with a warning label. However, coffee is not the only thing acrylamide is in. It turns out the chemical is in many popular foods.
Acrylamide is something that is a byproduct of heating certain foods. So when you cook the coffee bean and you make them brown, you get acrylamide. When you cook a steak and it gets crusty, some people actually enjoy that. There's acrylamide. Potatoes, potato chips, well-done French fries, right? This is all acrylamide.
But experts warn to be mindful of consuming anything that irritates your esophagus, as that may be a risk on its own.
If it irritates your esophagus over and over and over again, you actually make your risk higher for esophageal cancer. So whether it's coffee, tea, soup, any hot beverage for that matter, you're going to irritate your esophagus. Smoking irritates your esophagus. Alcohol irritates your esophagus. So anything for that matter that causes something called metaplasia, which is a change in the cellular structure of the esophagus, can potentially lead to, down the line, cancer if you continue to do it over time.
Well, experts say that although it's important to be mindful of the risks that come along with doing certain things, they do note that it's important not to be fearful that everything causes cancer, and that the best thing to do is to live a healthy lifestyle and to have most things in moderation.